Hey guys, today I'm doing another thrift store Barbie restoration and repaint. The doll I found is a Millie face Barbie. She is in good condition. Her face is fine, no stain at all, but her hair feels a bit slippery, dusty, and kind of messy. She came with a random dress, and for some reason only one shoes. I wish she came with no shoes instead of just one. She doesn't have a neck cramp problem, which is good. Anyway, since it's October, the spooky season, I thought this is the perfect time to give her a slightly dark glam makeover. So let's jump right in. First thing first, I started by brushing her hair. It wasn't too tangled, just a bit frizzy and dirty from storage. For her body, I used soap and an old toothbrush to scrub away all the dirt and dust. She's definitely feels fresher now after this treatment. Then I wash her hair using shampoo and conditioner as usual. After that, I gave her hair a quick boil wash to make it soft and sleek again. It always amazed me how much difference a boil wash made. I brushed her hair and leave it to air dry. Once her hair was fully dry, it was time for the fun yet terrifying part, repainting. Now it's time for the repaint. So I used a cotton pad and a little bit of nail polish remover to carefully wipe off the face paint. I decided to keep her original lip paint though because I actually like it. Once her face was completely clean, I gave it a quick rinse and let it dry before sealing it with a few layers of Mr. Soup Clear to prep the surface. This doll has the Millie face sculpt, and to be honest, I'm usually not the biggest fan of the Millie face Barbie. I don't know why, maybe because so many newer Barbie use it and they all start to look the same. But this one actually looked cute. Because of that, I actually felt kind of bad removing her original face paint. I kept thinking, what if I mess it up and she end up looking worse? But I decided to take the risk anyway because I really wanted to practice and give her a new look. I started sketching the eye with a regular mechanical pencils. I always take a deep breath before painting this part because it's honestly so easy to make them uneven. And when the eyes are off, the whole face looks off. It took me a couple of tries to get the proportion right, and I kept erasing and redrawing until I was satisfied with them. Then I went in with white acrylic paint, dilute with a bit of water, and started filling in the whites of her eyes. Next, for her eyeshadow, I shaved some purple soft pastel and used a small brush to gently apply it above her eyes. I love using pastel for shading. They blend so nicely and give this soft, diffuse look that paint alone can't achieve. For her eyebrow, I use a brown watercolor pencil. Eyebrows are always my weakness. I can never get them perfectly even. I must have done them at least 3 or 4 times, but eventually I got them close enough. Then came the eyeliner and lashes, which are always the most nerve-wracking part. I used black acrylic paint and a super thin brush, but my hands were shaking a bit that day. A couple of lines went wobbly, but honestly, I think it still looked okay. It's one of those things that just takes practice, and hopefully I am slowly getting there. After that, I decided to brighten up her eyeshadow a little bit by mixing some purple and white acrylic paint and paint it over. It made her eye pop more and gave the whole look some dimension. For the iris, my original plan was to make it purple. I thought it would match the spooky vibe, but halfway through, I changed my mind to blue. The blue adds a nice contrast and really brings her face to life. I painted the iris base color and then added some darker tone around the edges for depth and finally painted in the black pupil. Then my favorite part, the tiny white highlight in the eyes. It's such a small detail, but it instantly gives the doll that sparks of light. Once I'm done repainting, I seal her face with a few more layers of Mr. Super Clear to protect the paint and keep it from smudging. For her hairstyle, I lightly mix it with water to make styling easier, and then I decided to give her a fake side cut look. To do that, I grabbed a small section of hair from one side of her head, right near the front, and braided it tightly. Then I pulled the braid back and tied it around the back of her head. It gives that illusion of a shaved side without actually cutting any hair. And since it's October, I went for a darker theme for her outfit. I gave her a black dress, a mesh skirt for layering, black boots, and a silver necklace. I think it gives her that spooky but stylish vibe. And there she is, my finished Barbie Repaint. I'm not completely happy with how her eyes turned out. I feel like they're missing something and look a little wonky, but it's definitely an improvement from my previous repaint. Progress is progress. Repainting dolls really teaches you patience and control. I'm still working on getting my hands steadier. Let me know in the comment what do you think of a new look. And if you have any tips for painting tiny detail like lashes, please share. I'd love to know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you won't miss my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!